So Kellie, tell us a bit about you.
I moved to the area about 8 years ago now. I have 2 boys, they're 7 and 8, and we love living in this area now. It's such a nice mix of both the natural environment, but also such a multicultural, vibrant place.
Kellie, we're down here at George Kendall Reserve today. Tell us about why this place is special for you.
I came across it when I was actually out with my kids, and I was just horrified at the amount of rubbish. Through the support of the community, we've been coming down here now for over a year and removed over 200 bags of rubbish, so it's been great to see the impact. We love going to playgrounds, and I noticed my kids playing with rubbish, and so then I sort of thought, well, why can't we, every time we go to a playground, pick up the rubbish before we start playing and just make that small difference? But once you start looking, you notice it everywhere, and so then it was about where can we have most impact. I do this with the kids. I call them litter detectives, and so I sort of ask them the question, where do you think this has come from? And all the rubbish comes down through the stormwater system. Some of it does blow in from parks and playgrounds. It's overflowing rubbish bins, and particularly recycling. I think we're getting great at recycling, and our bins are overflowing, and when I drive around the streets I see it, and then I find the milk bottles and things down here. So even now when you look, a lot of this is items that could be recycled.
Wow. These buckets must have come off the boat.
Yeah, I don't know, you sort of think, you know, but it just builds up.
Yeah.
Someone's obviously throwing flowers out.
What do you say to people who say that that's not your problem, like that's council's problem?
Yeah, I mean, look, I think it's everyone's problem, and it starts here, you know, with each of us taking responsibility. My kids do get upset sometimes. They're like, Mummy, we've just removed all this rubbish and it's come back again. And I just keep saying to them, but that's one less bag that we've got floating in the ocean. When we get towards the end of the cleanup, the birds seem to get more active, and I always think that's their little song of thanking us.
What surprised you the most by this experience?
I think leading by example. I think people have really responded by seeing me out here picking up rubbish. For each of us to be able to remove a small bit of rubbish and know that we're having a difference, I think is something that makes people walk away feeling really good about themselves.
Tell us about your journey with lollipop sticks.
I mean, once I started spotting them, I could just see them everywhere. I started collecting them. I had this crazy idea of creating a giant lollipop out of lollipop sticks, and was able to find Nicola, who is a local art teacher. Together we created this giant lollipop.
This is the lollipop?
Yeah, this is the lollipop. So, you know, when I've gone litter collecting along the river, just finding hundreds of them at a time. And then, yeah, we stuck them on to make a giant lollipop, and it's made of all made of rubbish. So underneath is actually an inflatable balloon that we found in the river up at Duck Creek. And yeah, it didn't take long to collect those. It was probably over a 9-month period.
What would you like people to do?
Yeah, I think everyone has a role to play. So if we all watch where we put our rubbish in particular, if we can reduce the waste that we're producing in the first place and make sure we're disposing of it properly, and then when we see rubbish around, pick it up. We all have a responsibility to keep our planet clean, and I think if everyone just picked up a few bits of rubbish, it'd be a lot nicer for everyone to enjoy.